on November 2nd of 2023, we won a snack competition to get our snacks in Charlotte International Airport. Yep, Charlotte Douglas Airport, having our snacks on the shelves in the airport. Top of the mountain, right? The very next day, like in the wee hours of the morning, it was super cold outside. It was like one of the coldest nights of the year. And a sprinkler head in our store ruptured above head and leaked all night long. And when I say leak, I mean it gushed. And so at 6 o'clock in the morning, there was a foot of water in the store on the coldest night of the year, right? And so it was obviously disheartening. We were super frustrated. We had to close for 2.5 months, right? And continue to pay our employees, continue to pay our bills, continue to fight with insurance on what popcorn was reimbursable and all that. It was on and on and on. One of the key things that helped us stay afloat during that period of time.
Real talk, real taste, come on. Briefcase, Mike and April. We're cooking up life, so let's move on.
Fast Food with Chef John. I'm here with my boy Derek Jackson, and not to be confused with Derek Captain Jackson. Y'all know that guy, right? But this is my boy Derek Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He's been my friend since we been at Elon together a long time ago. Derek, that has been about 20 years ago.
That's back when rocks were soft.
You know, I mean, so this is a good day for me. I'm always happy to put a spotlight on people doing great things in business. And Derek, you know, just tell us a little bit about your journey. Tell us how you got started. Like when you left high school, what did you think you were going to be doing?
Gotcha. So appreciate it first and foremost. So when I left high school, I was going to league. I don't know what everybody else was doing.
What sport?
Football.
Yeah.
Football all day long. I was going to go all the way, get drafted, all that fun stuff. Be the phenomenon that I thought I was, you know. But once I got to school, I realized there was so much more of a world out there beyond athletics. But at the same time, there were a lot of different aspects and avenues of our campus that we could get involved in. We could learn about business. We would go in the recording studio. We do a whole bunch of different things. And so what I did learn, the biggest thing was to become a maven, which is to learn a little bit about a lot of things. And so the first thing that I was like, well, I need to execute on some of this information that I've got, because I've got a lot going on up here, and I feel like I can turn some of this into capital.
Yeah. So what did you major in?
So my major was corporate communications and business management. So I have double major, and then my minor was leisure sports management, because everybody like to relax. If I can major in relaxing, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So when in college, when did you kind of hone in on what you were going to be doing, and then like after college, like how did you figure out like where you were going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I was following the same system of everybody else. Grow up, get a good education, go to work, get a good job.
So what was your first job out of college?
So my first job out of college was a camp counselor, summer camp counselor, because that was the first job. It was summer when I got out of school, so summer camp counselor. And then I applied to work with Lockheed Martin. And so I got brought onto a government contract, so it actually eventually ended up being a counterterrorism contract. That was like maybe a year out of school, or maybe not. Counterterrorism. I'll tell you about it, but I have to kill you. I'll tell you about it, but I have to kill you. But no, I was on a CIA FBI contract out in the Washington, D.C. area. At headquarters, CIA headquarters in Langley, and then right down the street in McLean, Virginia, and stuff like that. So it was intense. Met a lot of different congressional affiliates, the president. This is post 9/11 and stuff like that. So the Patriot Act was telling everybody what they couldn't do, what rights you didn't have that you thought you did, and stuff like that. So it was an intense time. Terror threat level going yellow, red, orange, every other day. You didn't know what end it was up, but it was just like, a lot of money to be made out here because they need people. So to get all the government entities to play together, they brought in contractors, and so that's where I came into play. So helping them play nice, because everybody was a director where they came from, even if they were the director of floor tile. I'd be like, how you got a director with no direct reports? How does that happen? But, you know, it had a lot of folks, a lot of egos and stuff like that, but bring them together to kind of...
Yeah, a lot of people don't know I was in the National Guard, so I kind of understand exactly the terminology.
You definitely
speaking
know.
on. Yeah.
You definitely know.
They waste a ton of money. That's why they got this whole Doge thing now. You know.
Absolutely. So, you know, flash forward, my significant other, my beautiful bride, Miss Tavia Jackson, who is the CEO of PopStarz Popcorn, which we're going to talk about in just a second. That was my college sweetheart, and so when we decided we were going to go ahead and do life together, she was like, I love you, just not living in the DC area. I was like, word. And so I came to Charlotte, North Carolina, and started my career all the way over in the financial services industry. But we always knew we wanted to be entrepreneurs at the core. You know, when I was in college, I was cutting hair, I was doing recording sessions in the studio as an engineer. I had 3 jobs on campus. I worked at the library, I worked at the studio, and I worked at Campus Rec until I got fired. This whole story, man.
Yeah.
But it was just like I did a lot of different things. And so, you know, what made the most sense was owning my own at the end of the day.
Yes.
And so here we are at PopStarz Popcorn.
Yeah, for sure, man. PopStarz Popcorn. Now, I'm going to tell you, these people have served everybody popcorn. You can just name some of the people y'all know serve popcorn to.
So, Damon John from Shark Tank. We just did Alex Highsmith, who's the starting defensive end for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We did his golf tournament. We're going to do with Steve Harvey this summer, and a couple other folks. We did Fantasia's after party for the color purple. Lots of different Panthers, lots of different Hornets, all the different sports teams for the area. Some stuff with NASCAR as well. They give our popcorn to the race teams when they come in for the different tournaments that come in at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which is just a mile south of us. Just lots of different celebrities and stuff like that. But the cool part is, so our adage and our motto is snack like a star.
Yeah.
Because we serve all those different folks and stuff like that. But guess what? You can come in, you can get some popcorn too.
Yeah.
Because you're a star at whatever you do. So that's where we at. And so we're PopStarz Popcorn. We're located in Concord, North Carolina. So it's in the Charlotte metropolitan area. But we ship nationally, so don't let that scare you. If you want to pop in, you want to pull up, you want to pop in, we got you. But if you need some of your goodies shipped to you, we'll get on that too. You'll have it about 2 or 3 days. Okay? And so the cool part is we do over 200 flavors of gourmet popcorn. Oh no, you got that. Hold on, let me say it with you.
200 flavors
of gourmet popcorn. So everything that you could possibly imagine, because it's, you know, everyone likes their thing their way. You be at home seasoning popcorn. You know what? Let me try this little chili lime. You know, we try that all the time. But if you had an organization that took care of all those things for you and could take care of your company that you work for and those gifting options, why wouldn't you?
Amazing. So, Derek, this is what we're going to do. We're going to let you give us a tour of the facility.
Okay.
And then we're going to go from there.
All right. Sounds like a plan. So it's the Snack Daddy D-Jax himself. And listen, we got 200 flavors of gourmet popcorn at PopStarz Popcorn. They're going to be separated into 3 different categories, okay? That way you can kind of pare down on what you think your taste buds want to do, all right? So let's start the savory flavor. Come on. All right, so we got over here everything from Cajun to Buffalo Ranch to kettle corn, extreme cheese, salt and vinegar. We got Nashville hot chicken. Bro, what? We canceled all recess. No games played. We got Nashville hot chicken popcorn. Nobody's doing that. All right, the next section over here, we got our sweet section, okay? The sweet section is gonna be your candies and your caramels, all right? Everything from strawberry cheesecake to caramel apple. We got one that tastes like Skittles. We got one that has, you know, the patriotic mix. Look at that, man. Look at that Patriot pop right there. That's that red, white, and that blue for you, baby, all summer long. We got cheerwine popcorn. We got Sun Drop. Man, it goes on and on and on, okay? So this is the candies and caramel section. The 3 sections are gonna be divided by color. We're PopStarz, so it's gonna be gold, platinum, and diamond, okay? Gold, platinum, and diamond. This is the platinum section. All right, I'm gonna go one more to the special section. All right, the special section is our diamond section. And this is where it gets fancy, man. This is where it gets kind of crazy, all right? So I know you've had popcorn before. You might even have some flavored popcorn with some colors on and stuff like that. But when you start talking about pie crust and marshmallows and oh, come on now. So we got Butterfingers, we got birthday cake, we got banana pudding popcorn, y'all. Okay, this will change your whole life. Banana pudding popcorn. It's got vanilla wafers crunched up and sprinkled on the popcorn. All right, so we got white chocolate strawberry, okay? I call that white chocolate and chill. Okay, so you're gonna get a bag and you're gonna find some Netflix and your night's done. I promise you, it's done. So whether you want something sweet, whether you want something savory, whether you want something that's just gonna blow your mind that no one else is gonna ever think about doing the popcorn, I promise you we're doing it, and we're coming up with flavors every single week still. Okay? We dropped apple pie last year. That thing's been jumping. It's been going crazy. All right. So, PopStarz Popcorn.com. That's how you find it if you want to get this stuff shipped to you. All right. So, PopStarz Popcorn.com. That's a Z on the end of PopStarz. Okay. So, PopStarz Popcorn.com. We're on all social media. All social media. All right. At PopStarz Popcorn. We're trying to make it real easy for you. 200 flavors of gourmet, man. Let's do it.
No need for glam when I've got this bag. Pop stars in the house, yeah, we don't lag. Every bite's a banger, flavors on blast. When you roll with the stars, you snack with class. Unsnack like a star, oh, you know who you are. With a bag in your hand, you're a popcorn czar. From movie nights to your next backyard bar. You shining bright, yeah, you snack like a star. Had another packet. Who had a bird? Unsnack like a star. Oh, you know who you are. With a bag in your hand, you a popcorn czar. From movie nights to your next backyard bar. You shining bright, yeah, you snack like a star. Like a star.
So this is the Concord combo. Talk to me about that again. I know you said something about it earlier.
Yeah, for sure. So, most popular flavor in the store. A lot of folks come from Chicago. They're popcorn snobs in Chicago, and they think they always got the best and everything. We do it a little bit different at PopStarz. So, on one kernel, you're going to have our handcrafted caramel rolled in sharp cheddar, and then on the other kernel, you're going to have extreme cheese. All right. So you got the blend of the sweet and the savory. Look at that. Yep, that's caramel rolled in cheddar.
That's amazing, man.
That's rolled in cheddar, okay?
Oh my God.
So that's our number one in the store.
Did y'all bring this to Orlando?
I think so.
Oh,
It probably got gone quick.
Yeah.
Got missing
Like,
fast.
I didn't get this one.
Yeah. It got missing real fast. But, it's really cool because you talk about, the community and being able to rally behind business and stuff like that. We needed it about a year and almost a half ago now. So on November 2nd, we won a snack competition to get our popcorn into the Charlotte International Airport. Wow. Phenomenal, top of the world. Like, what? This is happening, it's rolling. Then on November 3rd, the very next day, early in the morning, a sprinkler had ruptured in our store and it put a foot of water in our store. So could you imagine like the high of heights? I mean, you're at the top of the roller coaster and then free fall. I mean, that thing hurt, boy.
Yeah,
it hurt because
man.
we had to close for like 2.5 months.
Wow.
And continue to pay employees, right?
Yeah.
So employees continue to pay our bills, continue to fight with insurance on what popcorn was reimbursable and all that. It was on and on and on. One of the key things that helped us stay afloat during that period of time was our initial order with Union Church.
Wow.
Union Church that year, they placed an order of about 6,500 bags of popcorn.
Wow.
Over the course of the same month where all of that had happened. We had already negotiated the deal and everything. And then the flood happened. So we just had to figure out a place where we could pack the popcorn, right? And so we were able to rent out commercial space inside of Concord, deeper into Concord, with the Meals on Wheels kitchen. So when they would leave for the day, we would come in and bag popcorn from 2 o'clock to like 10 o'clock to make sure that we would be able to kick out that order. But that order right there made sure that we didn't have to lay anybody off, we didn't have to fire anybody, we didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we were able to sustain and come back even stronger as PopStarz Popcorn. So just wanted to make sure that I touched on that piece.
No, that's dope, man, because I'm telling you, people don't understand that there are so many challenges in business, man.
Yeah.
And to be able to withstand that and to be able to keep going and have the mindset that you guys have to get to this point and continue to grow after that is big. And normally it does come when something big has just happened for you. You know what I'm saying?
It can be that way. It can be that way.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just the devil trying to keep you from what you got. And so you guys are here now, and we're grateful for you guys because this is some amazing popcorn for your birthday parties, for your weddings, for any type of thing you're having, your business functions, your corporate functions, PopStarz Popcorn is definitely the place you want to go. I've never seen this many variations of popcorn in my life. I really haven't. So, Derek, thank you again, man. I definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. My pleasure, man.
For sure.
Again, PopStarzPopcorn.com. Go ahead and place your order today. We'll get it to you by the weekend.
Sure.
All right, Derek, I got to ask you some food questions,
Okay.
right? So, when you think you're eating good, right, what does that mean to you?
When I'm eating good, I could be eating like amazing and pricey, or I could be eating healthy. So which one are we talking about?
So, a lot of people say eating clean is eating healthy.
Okay.
And a lot of people say eating good is just whatever you consider to be eating good. Like
Okay.
if you was posting a post on social media and you saying I'm eating good, what does that mean?
I would talk about all of the decadence of whatever it is that I'm devouring right now, without thought of the caloric content.
Okay.
I'm not thinking
So
about
it's not
carbs.
about health or
it's not
carbs.
about health
Okay.
whatsoever. If
Yeah,
I
it's-
say I'm eating clean, which is what I do, I take good care of myself, and
Yeah.
I
I
appreciate
see
you
that, brother.
dropping.
Yeah.
I appreciate you dropping off some food today to,
Yeah.
to add to my meal plan life and living. And,
And listen to me now. I gave him some barbecue
I know,
salmon
I
patties
know.
with some yellow rice
Look,
and some collard greens.
what do you do?
Now listen, this is everything you need. It's all your macros. Because you got your protein with the salmon, you got your carbohydrates with the rice, and it's good carbohydrates because it was white rice, but I just did some seasoning stuff to make it look yellow. And then we also got the collard greens. So it's a complete meal, a great dinner. And if you need meal prep, you can always reach out to me, Chef John at MillersCateringCLT.com. We provide meal prep. So
what he's saying is I'm gonna be eating good.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna be eating good.
Good and clean.
Good and good. We're eating good and good.
Yeah, my last question is your go-to meal. What is your go-to meal? If it was one meal you could have before you left this earth, what would that be? And then your cheat meal, what would that be? Like your little guilty pleasure. Those two things.
My guilty pleasure is my own popcorn, for sure, because I'm like the Black Willy Wonka of popcorn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
every once in a while,
I thought about that when I came in. I said, this is Willy
every once in a while,
Wonka's popcorn factory.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I would say we are our own guilty pleasure out here. There's one called Triple Threat. Sea salt caramel drizzled in 3 different types of chocolate. That's milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. So it's not chocolate overload, but you got a nice little drizzle on each piece. And that little punch of salt,
Yeah.
it'll get you every time.
Yeah.
It'll get you every time. So that's my guilty pleasure. My go-to, I do a lot of salmon. I do a lot of, for my omega-3s and stuff like that. Because it's going to be protein that can't disappear on y'all.
Yeah.
Can't completely
And
vanish.
I'm posting a video of how I lost 25 pounds last year. You definitely gonna want to check that out.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? What he doing? What's he doing? He over here helping you eat good and good.
Yeah.
And be good. So my go-to is definitely salmon. I love fruit. Like my go-to lately is frozen fruit.
Yeah.
Like, you buy the frozen fruit in the
So
grocery
you're a
store.
smoothie guy?
Typically,
Yeah.
I'll make a smoothie.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just eat the frozen fruit.
Wow.
I can't wait. I just go in. Like frozen mangoes, frozen pineapple, frozen strawberry. Like, let's go. Frozen kiwi. Come on, son, let's go.
I love it. And last question is, what's your favorite cuisine?
Okay.
If you had to pick one, whether it's American, Japanese, Thai, Indian, Mexican, Colombian, whatever it is,
The real boy there, me said Jamaican,
Jamaica, and why?
Because it's so simple, but you could tell it's heart in every single dish.
Yeah.
In every single dish, it's like it don't taste like struggle. Sometimes it's like your food tastes like struggle when you're struggling. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say no specific cuisine.
But the levels of flavors that come from the Caribbean, and then the love of the people comes across in the food. So I would go with Jamaica.
You been in Jamaica?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, with your best dish you had over in Jamaica, what would you say that was?
Raw tea with the curry goat and
I told y'all about that goat. Y'all gotta eat that goat.
yeah, so a little bit of everything for the people. But my go-to is jerk chicken with a good jerk chicken. You'll bring me back every single time. I like it's a staple for me.
For sure.
Yeah.
Amazing. Derek, tell everybody how to get in contact with you and tell them where you are located, how they can come and get some of this great popcorn, because I'm about to try some more, y'all. That Nashville hot chicken still got my mouth tingling.
So we are located at 3805 Concord Parkway South, Suite 132 in Concord, North Carolina. We are PopStarz Popcorn. That's POPSTARZ. Snack like a star. PopStarzPopcorn.com.
All right. Fast Food with Chef John. We'll see y'all next time.
Right.
Fast food with Chef John. Real talk, real taste. Come on. Briefcase, mic, and apron. We're cooking up life, so let's move on.